Hello, Pizza Packs here, and we're back with, well, the first of 5 videos for the welcome decks for Spider-Man. I managed to get one of each, so I'm going to open each one up in its own video and go from there. So let's start with the white one, since we're going in Wooburg. So I have not looked at what exactly is in these. So it looks like we have a white pack and a green pack. So we'll start with the white pack. From what I've heard, people have been running around getting these. And they've become a little pricey. They were supposed to be provided by WPN stores for free, which is how I got mine. So let's get started with what looks like the white pack and the white deck. So we have Spider-Man, Peter Parker, 3 white for a 4/4 legendary human or spider human hero with flying. And these are all from the SPE set, by the way. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay, that's seems pretty solid. We have a Plains from the SPM set. Whip from SPM, which of course is for a white. You have an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. If it's a spider, you gain 2 life. Okay, another Plains. Oh, looks like art by Jonas Del Rio on these. Well, I guess we can do what we do with the normal decks where we talk about the art as well. Looks like Paulo Riviera for Spider-Man. Jonas Del Rio, or De Ro, sorry, Jonas De Ro for the Plains. Thwip as art by Lordigan. Jonas De Ro, Wild Pack Squad from SPM. So 2 and a white for a 2/3 human mercenary. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target creature gains first strike and vigilance until end of turn. And art by John Tyler Christopher. We have Web Up with art by David Lumbo. 2 and a white enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. So basically, Banishing Light. We have another Plains by Jonas. Another Thwip. Amateur Hero. This is from SPE. So art by Anthony Devine. 2 and a white for a 3/3 human hero. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life. Okay. Another Plains by Jonas. Let's see, then we have Spectacular Tactics from SPM. Art by Zoltan Boros. Okay, so magic artist. 1 and a white for an instant. Choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn, or destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Another Wild Pack Squad, another Plains, Spiderbot, this is from SPM. Art by Carlos Detoli. 2 mana for a 2/1 artifact creature spider robot scout with reach. When this creature enters, you may search the library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. Okay. Plains Starling Aerial Ally, art by Anakin Udofia. I think that's right. Udofia. Let's see, 4 and a white for a 3/4 legendary human hero with flying. When it enters, another target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Okay. We have Amazing Alliance from SPE. Art by Felipe Pagliuso. Okay, 1 white for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you attack with 1 or more legendary creatures, you gain that much life. Okay, so just a strictly better Glorious Anthem. It's pretty solid. They have planes, another copy of Amateur Hero, MJ Rising Star from SPE, art by Boxum, 2 and a white for a 2/3 legendary human performer with vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on MJ. So almost a Johnny Pridemate, but it has vigilance. Then we have planes, Spider-Man Web Slinger from SPM, art by Ryan Pancoast. 2 and a white for 3/3 legendary spider human hero with web slinging white. So you may cast a spell for a white if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. I have a feeling that web slinging is going to interact pretty heavily with the station mechanic and warp. I think we're going to see those two played together pretty heavily once someone builds around it. Another copy of Web Up, Daily Bugle Reporters from SPM, art by Zoltan Boros. 3 and a white for a 2/3 human citizen. When this creature enters, choose one. Puff piece. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Or investigative journalism. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. We have Selfless Police Captain, also from SPM. Art by Anakin Udofia. 1 and a white for a 1/1 human detective. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, it puts a +1 or put its +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Okay, so not just the one that it comes in with, but any that it gains in addition to that. We have Aunt May. Okay, that's a pretty solid one from SPM. Art by Randy Gallegos. For a white, she's a 0/2 legendary human citizen. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. If it's a spider, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Seems pretty decent. We have planes, full art planes, a don't shuffle, put this deck down, face down, and draw the top 7 cards. This is your starting hand. Once your opponent does the same, you're ready to begin. Okay, so it is a semi-guided game. And learn to play Magic. And your cards, so a layout kind of thing. I've always been one to have my lands up at the top. Been doing that since I started playing in Alpha. So it's a neat little deck. And now we have the other side, which is the green one. Let's get into this. They were in the same pack. I don't know if all the green ones are the same or whatnot. This was just what was in the white welcome deck. So for this, we have Spider-Man Miles Morales from SPE, art by In-hyuk Lee. 4 green for a 5/5 legendary spider human hero with trample and vigilance. And whenever Spider-Man enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain trample until end of turn. So keep in mind this is self-referential. So that means when this card enters, not when any Spider-Man enters. It would have whenever a Spider-Man enters, but it also would say whenever a probably spider or spider-human enters. Then we have a forest by Jonas Darrow. Spiderbot. Already read one of those. We have another forest. Lurking Lizards. Art by Raffiter. Okay. 1 and a green for a 1/3 lizard villain with trample. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Seems pretty decent. It's from SPM. Another forest. Guy in the Chair from SPM. Art by Zoltan Boros. Seems to have done quite a few pieces for this set. 2 and a green for a 2/3 human advisor. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, and then web support 2 and a green, tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target spider, activate only as a sorcery. I mean, that's kind of neat, but also this is just a dude in front of a computer. Which I guess guy in a chair. Craven's Cats, also from SPM. Art by Kevin Glent. 1 and a green for a 2/2 cat villain. 2 and a green, this creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Okay, pretty neat. We have Forest. Twisted Spider Clone. This is from SPE. So this should be only available in these decks and collector's boosters. 3 and a green for art by Kevin Siddhartha. 3 and a green for a 4/4 spider human. When this enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. We have Forest. Scout the City from SPM. Art by Raffeter. 1 and a green for a sorcery. Choose one, look around, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. You gain 3 life. Or bring down, destroy target creature with flying. Alright, next up we have Kapow from SPM. Art by Jessica Fong. 2 and a green sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It fights target creature and opponent controls. Okay, and then it explains what fight means. The Forest. Spider-Man Brooklyn Visitor from SPM. And this is a common legendary. I believe this is the first set that actually has common legendary creatures. Art by Anakin Udofia. 4 and a green for a 4/3 legendary spider human hero with web slinging. 2 and a green. When Spider-Man enters, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Okay, so it is a ramp and a way to rebuy your guys, and a way undercosted 4/3 as long as you bounce a creature. That is kind of crazy. I might actually try playing one of these in one of my pauper decks. Alright. Craven's Cats, we've already gone over that one. Forest. Spider Rex, Daring Dino. This is from a pretty interesting arc and a few one-shots that I really enjoyed. Art by Narendra Bentara Adi. Let's see, 4 green for 6/6 legendary spider dinosaur hero with reach and trample and ward 2. So this is a power-crept colossal dreadmaw. Okay, Twisted Spider Clone we've already gone over. Then we have Venom Blast from SPE. Let's see, art by Tony Infante, or yeah, Infante. 2 a green for a sorcery. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power. 2 up to 1 other target creature. Very cool. Forest. Grow Extra Arms from SPM. 1 and a green for an instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a spider. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. And art is by Kevin Siddhartha. Okay. Another Forest. Another Kapow. Another guy in a chair. We have Prowler, Misguided Mentor from SPE. Art by Bartek Fedisizak. Let's see, Fedichak. I think I'm not terribly good at reading names. 2 and a green. Oh, this is from SPE also. 2 and a green for a 3/3 legendary human rogue villain. Prowler can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. And whenever Prowler deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. That's pretty nice. We have lurking lizards, which we've already gone over. Forest. Another forest. And a full art forest. We have Don't Shuffle! Welcome to Magic the Gathering. Put this deck face down and draw the top 7 cards. This is your starting hand. Once your opponent does the same, you're ready to begin. Which is the welcome deck 2 entry. Very nice. Then learn to play Magic, and your layout card again. Very cool. Alright. Well, that was the 2 decks in the white Spider-Man welcome deck. Nice. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. This is a sealed product, not for resale. Just because it is a promo product. Excuse me. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff for the algorithm. It really helps us out, and I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.